mpango wa basari wetu wa West Mugirango, wanahabari na wageni wote ambao wamekuja. God is good and all the time. Thank you. I want to thank you, Chairman Basari, pamoja na chairman wetu wa CDF kwa hii kazi ngumu ambao mmekuwa mkifanya kuchuchuka or to sift the applications that we have got so that we enable our learning institutions to get the financial support they require from the national CDF bursary. I want to thank you for the sacrifice, and I want to thank the parents who made efforts to make an application for their child, and for the children who have come to be witnesses of this launch. I admire and love you, and thank you for coming to witness on how transparently the West Mugirango constituency affairs are managed. We do our things mchana, kila mtu akiona, kila mtu akijumuishwa, because these are public resources sent on your behalf. And the committees who are presiding over these funds are trustees on your behalf to process and make sure that this money goes where it belongs. And this is the second edition of our bursary program. We did one year ago. And on this one, we have taken a little longer because the first edition's experience, we had registered a lot of complaints of people who deserved but did not qualify or did not receive their bursary. And I'm praying to my God that after the program that we have put in place, as many applicants who deserve as possible will receive favorable response from the results that I've seen today. Now, because of that, I want to urge us, adults who God has placed these children under our care, as teachers, principals, as parents, as siblings, or in whatever capacity we relate to these children. We have a divine calling to make these children the very best that God wants them to be. They are in our good hands, trusting that they will get the best guidance, the best teaching, and the best management as they navigate their way to realize their career dreams. I want to ask of us to discharge our responsibilities very passionately and knowing that we are answering a divine call and not merely answering a call of duty to do that we must do because of the employment we are holding at that particular time. And on that particular note, I want to celebrate my principals in my sub-county and my teachers for giving it up for this children. I apologize that the working conditions for you principals, the teaching environment and facilities have not been the best. I do apologize for that and undertake that on your behalf, I will do what it takes to move the government to as much as possible make us catch up in creating the necessary interventions to have international standards in our learning facilities. And on this particular note, I want to thank the Board of National Government CDF and indeed the Treasury for eventually releasing this money. This money also have been released sometime last year because this is money for which we budgeted in June 2023 but you are seeing us giving it out more than 7-8 months later. I do hope that going forward, our national treasury is going to be empathetic of the situation teachers and teaching institutions are going through, so that we get both support from NG-CDF as well as capitation from the Ministry of Education early enough, so that we don't stress the leaders of these institutions where we have trusted our children to be. And even with those constraints, I want to celebrate you educators for having held on. And when I see brilliant faces of my children and grandchildren here, I know that they are under the best care of the principals and co-parents in the management of these children. And without more, let me one more time challenge us to convert these children into academic warriors. Let us make them conquerors in life. Let us make them the best. And as I say this, I'm equally challenging my learners that it is not very normal, it's not very usual that you find people the age of our chairman, CDF, the height of our chairman, CDF, stopping everything for you to come and bless you, to come and remind you that we are here for you. And because we are here for you, and God is for us, there's no reason you cannot get the best marks available in every subject you have studied and in every subject you are examined. Because you are the best. And you have the best teachers, the most qualified teachers. Alafu mkakuwa na mjumbe maradufu, anaitwa Chumbe. What reason do you have? And that is why I say on matters academics, I will love all the time in the world. I regret I was not able to attend the Sironga program yesterday, because that was our last parliamentary day. And I'm urging us, if you arrange a program, please make them MP friendly by selecting those days that I will not have an excuse. I don't want to skip a single academic function in my constituency. And therefore, as I prepare to release this program, let me thank the region and the best facilities to host at the Regional Drama Festival, which ended today. Please clap for the organizers, because I take that as a stamp of recognition that we have developed infrastructure that makes us attractive to the rest of the world. And I want to urge us, my presidents in our schools, let us also focus whatever facilities the Lord has given us in whatever institution we are leading, see what we can do to support the co-curricular activities, and I will be more than ready to look for resources to make available such facilities, so that as these regional champions come and perform within our sub-county, then our children can easily access and view and watch and start emulating what the best performers are doing. I'm looking forward to hosting regional ball games, and those of you who have facilities that we can help develop, the time to stand up is now. And while I'm still in school, in the administration of this bursary, we have found an increasing number of single parents. Children are never born out of single parents. If they were not here, I would have told you. But suffice it to say that I'm urging the children's department in this sub-county to take parental responsibility very seriously. We cannot have parents who are brought to add children, but they are not supporting their education. Hizo kura tayari mimi nimehesabu zimepotea, but I understand the children that it is either you support your child or the law deals with you. And I want to urge as men, because we are the biggest culprits, because majority of the mothers I've spoken to wananiambia huyo niliwachana naye, and I don't want to engage her because it is emotional. Uliwachana na yeye namna gani na umebeba mizigo yake? Kwa nini alipii watoto wake fees? So as much as adults have our own issues, these children have no issues. They were born of us, and as parents we have no other way other than to support these children. Every parent must carry their responsibility. Na nataka kuwaambia wanafunzi, kama kuna mzazi wako ambaye hatekelezi jukumu yake na wajibu wake kukulipia karo, kukupatia subsistence, kukupatia whatever support you require, let us know those parents, because the law has a way of encouraging them to do that they are not doing. And very finally, I want to regret that during the last examination, and it always happens during a rainy season, some of our schools were not accessible because of bad roads. And you know that if we have invested this heavily in our education, the results will commensurately be good. But there are certain satanic forces sitting somewhere and think that when a child has performed well from a school for the first time, that there were monkey businesses going on in such schools. I want us to demystify this and demonstrate to the world that in West Mogaka, which is Nyamira South Sub-County, we have been very deliberate in investing in education and getting the best out of our children. It is not without a reason that I'm insisting principals don't send any of my child away from school because of school fees. Because the time they lose is going to be manifested in the results they are going to post. Because they are going to be facing questions that have been taught when they are away, and they are not going to answer correctly. And that way, they will affect our ministry in our schools, and our schools then will not attain our potential in ranking in the performance in this country. I want my schools to get credit for their best. And that is why ninachukua responsibility yangu mwenyewe, hata mshahara yangu itaenda. Principals, fear not. Every child will have their fees paid, unless the parents have abandoned and you people have allowed them to abscond. But the resources being given under bursary are enough to support vulnerable children to go to school. And therefore, when we are talking of bad roads, my responsibility as a member of parliament first is security, and I want to thank the Minister for Interior, Professor Kindiki. Hata alikuja hapa kwa hii hall kisirisiri, nyinyi hamkujua, kupanga security ya region yetu. That is the commitment the President has for security for this country, and those are the orders the President has given to his ministers on delivery of key result areas. And on matters of security, I want to thank the President and the Minister for Interior, indeed, and the County Commissioner for rising up to the occasion. This place was becoming a black spot, but it is getting contained. Na sisi kama wananchi, let us mention people who look suspicious around our compounds, around our villages, around our shops, because these guys are going to attack you and it will be too late. Let us take our security very seriously. And that is why I have no hesitation in commending the Ministry of Interior. And of course, I'm also celebrating that we have very old and for developing infrastructure ya shule in Nyamira County. This was a grant from the government of Kuwait, and the 1.8 billion is supposed to hit the ground anytime now. All the tendering processes are over. The contractors have been awarded. We are getting for a suitable date for His Excellency the President to come down and launch that program. And it is going to support schools in virtually the entire county of Nyamira. In West Mogaka constituency, we have 130 million initial money coming to touch the various schools that we have in the constituency. I'm not the one who selected which schools that are going to benefit, because this is a program that started in the year 202. It's a long time project, but I want to thank His Excellency the President for rising to the occasion and making all barriers to this money go down, and we are therefore ready to go. Mutasikia siku rais atakuja kuzindua rasmi hiyo mipango ya maendeleo. And I equally want to thank His Excellency the President when he called me 2 weeks ago to ask what road projects are suffering in my constituency. And when I told him, I am sure you have seen the contractor back on the tarmac road that was being done by Kenya Urban Rural Authority. Wameanza hiyo barabara ya kwenda Cemetery, barabara ya Shibling, tunasukuma hata barabara ingine itatoka huko Gesieli, pite hapa chini, iende mpaka Nyaramba, mahali panaitwa Yaya Center. Because we want to blacken the roads within our municipality to make them all weather, because hii maneno ya maram inapelekwa na mvua kila wakati. And therefore, when the President is coming, I will invite you principals to bring these angels and these academic warriors of mine to come and thank the President, because he's coming to launch a program to put our school infrastructure where they belong. As I sit, I therefore want to request those people who have been posted to be in charge of rural roads in Nyamira South Sub-County. Watu wameajiriwa na kera. Mimi nataka kuwatangazia maneno yetu ya West Mogaka tunazindua hadharani namna hii. Si ni basi tunazindua hadharani. Mshawahi kusikia kuna barabara tumewaita kulaunch ati barabara inaanza kujengwa? Mmesikia barabara tumeitana tuangalie tukianza kulaunch, lakini pesa yetu imeenda. Kuna barabara mmesikia West Mogaka tumeita watu, barabara imetengenezwa kuja sasa tu commission hiyo barabara. Hakuna barabara hata moja. And when I am saying there is nonsense going on under Kera, I mean what I'm saying. Hatutaki barabara zinatengenezwa chini, we don't know where, we don't know what is being done, we don't know by who. Vitu zetu zinafanywa mchana, tuitwe tuambiwe mwaka huu tunatengeneza barabara hii na pesa hii, kujeni tuanzishe, utuonyeshe ni nini linafanywa kwa hiyo barabara na ni nani anafanya ya ajiri watoto wetu. Ya usema na mzee David ndio bino na wako ruo no chiga ngabo tukwa bazota uchi. And I want to tell the Director General, he is trying to avoid me. You can't tell me that your engineer is sick when I'm seeking accountability, but he is not sick when he is stealing our money. Yeah? You can't be sick when the money is going. You can't be well when the money is being signed out, but you are sick. Wakati mjumba anauliza pesa ya barabara imefanya nini, kuja tuone, uonyeshe wenyewe pesa yao imefanya nini. And I'm not relating on this. Waziri Murkomen, President of this Republic, West Mogaka is a constituency in the Republic of Kenya. Pesa yao so far more than 120 million. Mimi mjumbe siwezi kuja niwaambie hii pesa imefanya hii na imefanya ile. And as long as people are here doing monkey business, na nimewaambia tutakuja na food tupime hiyo barabara. We know the standard width of a road. Barabara za hii constituency gari haziwezi kupitana. Lakini pesa imetolewa ni ya full road, full width. And that way this area will never develop if we allow this nonsense to continue forever. Yeah. So mkisikia saa ingine tunachukua sura mbaya, it is because I want things to be done right. Hawa ni watoto tuko nao, tunawafundisha how to be ethical, how to do things transparently, how to be accountable. And we cannot therefore be leaders of these children when we are doing stupid things zenye zinafanya barabara zinaangusha wamama na bodaboda wamevunjika, wamama wamepelekwa Tenwek. Sasa mjumba anatafutwa bili ya Tenwek, bili ya Moi referrals. I am tired. I am not going to allow this shit to continue here anymore. And that is why I am saying let us purpose that when we do exams this year, pesa zetu za barabara ziwe zimetengeneza barabara kwenda kila shule, so that I don't want a situation where because of a bad road, examination papers are delayed from a certain examination center kufika 10th. Alafu waanze kutubandika hizo karatasi zilikuwa zikifanyiwa hivi, alafu watoto wetu waharibiwe matokeo yao ya mtihani. Because that is where they are driving us. Yeah? And I will not allow anything to stand on the way of getting these children their correct grades. Yeah? Hiyo hatutakubaliana. Yeah. Na mkisikia mimi nikikala kwa hiyo, mtu shauri yako. Yeah. I'm a Kenyan, I pay my taxes. The money allocated to West Mogaka for roads must be accounted for publicly. Si kwa watu wachache wanaenda huko ati wamefanya wamesaini pesa imeenda, barabara hatuna, watu wanaendelea kulia. Sio hiyo tulikuwa. I was just getting mad because just imagine we do all this, principals, teachers do all this, alafu tuambiwe enjoy, it is the most notorious. Mtihani haijafika, why were these papers late? Tushinde hapa with these guys who think they are putting baits for us, walibia watoto wetu maisha yao, waanze kutuambia you are supposed to return these examination sheets here by this hour. If they are not there, you are doing some things huko. Sitaki hiyo ikuje. Let us have total access to all our academic or schooling institutions so that we don't have any excuse for not doing the right thing within the right time. And with that, and because I want to thank you for particularly dealing with my orphans, and particularly for dealing with the persons with disability. In the event any person who is deserving finds that they have not got their credit, I have set up a complaints desk within this CDF office. Tafadhali wacha kulia huko kwa stage, wacha kulia kwako nyumbani, kuja andika jina yako on the complaint sheet, tujue mtoto wako hajapata fees ya basari ama mtoto wako alipata whatever. And very finally, my principals, tafadhali mkipata hizo checks, patia watoto ma receipts. Yeah, because it is immoral when I have released a check from the NG-CDF office, then a child is sent home. Na pesa iko kwa shule, huyo mtoto angelikuwa amepewa receipt, kila mtu angejua amelipa. Sasa mtoto hajapewa receipt, ofisi yangu haijapewa receipt, pesa imeingia kwa account ya shule, mtoto amefukuzwa nyumbani. Yeah? So sometimes I feel like I'm getting agitated because ninasema tusaidiane. Yeah, because auditors wakikuja hapa pia wanauliza ofisi yangu, unatuambia ulituma pesa shule, wapi receipt ya kuonyesha umetuma pesa shule? Yeah, na kama hakuna receipt wanaweka question mark kwa hiyo pesa. Alafu kesho yake wewe mtoto wako amelipiwa fees, mwalimu wewe shule yao tumesupport na fees, hujapeana receipt, tunakuwa na audit kweli, hakuna receipt for this amount of money. Na mimi ni auditor, ni accountant. Tafadhali kunipunguzie hiyo mzigo nisibebe. Hii pesa ikikuja, do what you can and ensure the receipts are issued to every child that deserves to be given the receipt. At this constituency, tutaita tu shule, tutangaze ni pesa ngapi zinakuja kwa shule yako, alafu mtasikizana na chairman vile hiyo check itafika kwa shule yako. Ya kwanza kabisa, next to me ni Marindi Secondary School ambao watapata shilingi 112,000 to support my students in that school. Wapigie Principal wa Nyasore, unatumia jina yangu lakini uko chini. The community tunafanya boundary review, I want to recover that school ikuje kwa sub-county yangu. Shule ya Nyasore Secondary School nina support watoto wangu huko with 162,000 shillings. Nasikia wewe kama wanakujua unatoka mbali, kuja upokee cheki yako, naonekana yeah, you should know people. Waambie you are co-principal, especially my priest. Ile kitu nimetumia yako iko tayari na ya wengine ikitikiswa. The next one is my sister Nami, the one who is taking care. No. You have to represent the kujengea kisima, unajua. We are supporting our children there with 273,000 shillings. Thank you so much. You are my star. Now, and thank you for supporting my children, especially the vulnerable ones, ambao tunakuita time to time. So to my Nyakebicha, which is the national school, wacha nikuanzie na hii ndogo. Ya kwanza ni 400,000 ya kuanzia. Hiyo ni ya 400,000, alafu St. Peter's wakasema 48,000 shillings. Nitatekeleza wajibu wangu. Gesore, tutakupigia makofi hiyo 3,000 less. Yaani nimekosa hii, nitakuongezea na mfuko yangu. Nimekosa 3,000 peke yake, upelekee hawa watoto wangu 300,000. 297, lakini nitaongeza hivi na mfuko yangu, hata mimi niko na mshahara, so that you go with 300,000. Wewe uko na 300,000, pigia Kimasara. Amira boss, where are you? My old boss. I'm going there. Basa. Yes. Leo tutakuanzisha na 400,000 shillings. Vijana. And you perform an item for me huko Rama Festival. Sijui ndio ilionekana hapa, ukapewa additional support. You are beaten only by Nyakebicha. You have 630,000 shillings. Mashule zingine zina for a out there.